My parents had built a pool in their backyard, and my nephew was walking around and they had a retractable tarp on it, but then as all of us were visiting and not really paying attention, he kind of fell off the edge onto the tarp. Even though there was a tarp on, that's scary enough within itself. So that kind of sparked more research about the programs, and I found Infant Aquatics and all that they offered. You know, it wasn't just, okay, let's come for a refresher in 6 months after you graduate. It's let's maintain these skills. And to me, that kind of set Infant Aquatics apart from other programs. And I wanted to know how to do that. There was no turning back at that point. So the first day was a lot. We got in the pool and it was like kid after kid after kid, and you know, you had a little bit of break, but whenever you're in those breaks, you know, Judy's getting the baby dolls out and she's explaining to you like, okay, this is what we need to do and this is how your hand placement needs to be. By the time I got out of the pool that day, I was so tired. And so going into week 2, no matter how many times you mentally prepare or think you prepare, you're really not, because every day and every week is so different. And you know, whenever you're in the pool, it's not like you're just working with kids. Judy always says you're on stage, and she's not wrong, because I can see parents, you know, they're worried, that's their child. And so not only are you dealing with kids, not only are you listening to Judy trying to learn, but now at this point you're learning there's people watching you at all times. Week 3 was hard because at this point you're drained, you're tired. Sometimes with kids you feel like they're regressing because you haven't got all the pieces put together yet. Judy knows the pieces, but we don't. And so then you're starting to think, this isn't even making sense. Like, why, with each kid you're doing something different, and you're starting to really question, like, what am I doing? Week 4, like, we've made it halfway. Also, you have your kids to where they're doing what you need them to do, and you're starting to see the progression, and you're starting to see the changes, and you're starting to see all that work that you've been putting in. And the parents are telling you, wow, like from week 1, they're looking so good. I thought week 4 was by far one of the best weeks. By week 5, you have a lot of those kids that have done their checkouts and they're starting to swim, float, swim. This is incredible that these kids, you know, in just 5 simple weeks have been able to do this. There's one little girl, her name was Emerson. By week 4, we had her swim, float, swimming, and I'm thinking, what am I gonna do with her for 2 weeks? So then you get to start working on the little bitty things. And then leading into week 6, it's such a roller coaster of emotions, because now you're thinking, wow, I'm so sad. Like, I'm not gonna get to see Judy every day. I'm not gonna get to come to this pool every day. I'm not gonna get to see the people that I've been training with every day. So week 6 was kind of emotional in a happy way, rather than week 3 thinking to yourself, how am I gonna make it 3 more weeks? I think I found myself a lot through this. You really start to self-reflect, and you start to think about what got you here and how far you came and all the things that you've learned. There were times that I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I miss my family. By the time week 6, you know, has finished, and you're thinking, wow, I did all of that and I made it. And so there was a lot of self-reflecting, and I think that that was so rewarding, and I didn't expect that to happen. I can't wait to put in everything that I've learned into all those kids and be able to give the peace of mind to the parents and ultimately teach children how to save their own life. One of the things that I'm looking forward to the most is teaching my niece and nephew, and be able to see the light in their eyes whenever it clicks with them, thinking, wow, I can do this. And so that's the thing that I can't wait to get home and do.